Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the university faculty, and our degree candidates tonight, as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at the University of Texas at Arlington, I hereby call this commencement ceremony to order. I would like to ask you all now to please rise for the entrance of our national colors by the UT Arlington Corps of Cadets, which will be followed by the singing of our national anthem by Elizabeth Stelzer. Gentlemen, if you would please remove your hats during the national anthem. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I would now like to call upon Dean Bevere to preside over tonight's ceremony. Dean Bevere.
Thank you, Dr. Elsenbaumer. Graduates of the class of spring of 2015, families and friends of the graduate, faculty, and special guests. I'm honored to welcome you to the UTA College of Nursing and Health Innovation commencement ceremony. We are honored to have with us today President Dr. Vistav Kabari, and also the university's Provost and Vice President Donald Elsenbaumer. Serving as University Marshal today is Dr. Timothy Quinnen, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Special guests joining us tonight are Dr. Wallace Wasson, Vice Provost, Mr. Shelby Bozeman, University Attorney, Dr. Ashley Pergerson, Assistant Vice President for Strategic Initiatives, Mr. Jim Bradley, Vice President, Dr. Michael McCabe, Executive Director of UTARI, Dr. Elizabeth Cawthon, Associate Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Now I shall introduce the platform party. Please hold your applause until the entire group is introduced. Those being introduced, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all have been introduced. Assisting in the recognition of students in the College of Nursing and Health Innovation are Dr. Jennifer Gray, Dr. David Keller, Dr. Beth Mancini, Dr. Judy LaFleur, Dr. Sherilyn DeHigo, Dr. Rhonda Mittens-Binder, Dr. Barbara Rodanis, Dr. Diane Snow. And our Gaffalon carriers tonight are Ellen Meingold, Dr. Deborah Behan, Angelo Trejo, and our enunciator, Dr. Jackie Michael. The UT Arlington Jazz Orchestra, conducted by Mr. Tim Ishii, has also accompanied us. Thank you. I would like to take just a moment to recognize an important group of people who helped each graduate reach this important milestone, members of our faculty. These dedicated women and men have not only provided you with important classroom instruction, but they have shaped your intellectual formation in the field and in the community. They have served as teachers, mentors, and role models, collaborating with you in the pursuit of academic achievement and preparation for what lies ahead. Whether it's further study, entry into the workforce, or some other post-commencement adventure. Would all the members of the faculty please rise to be recognized? Thank you. Graduates, we're here to celebrate you. Congratulations to each of you who are receiving baccalaureate degrees, master's degrees, or doctoral degrees. We have 1,445 graduates this spring in our class of 2015. Today, you join over 14,000 alumni who are making significant contributions to the health and well-being of the people of Texas and beyond. We are very proud of you, your hard work, commitment, and dedication. And we congratulate you for the success that you have demonstrated and will continue to demonstrate throughout your careers. We want to hear of your accomplishments. We want you to return here when you seek that next degree, and you will. Many of you benefited from one or more scholarships while you were here in school. And I'd like to encourage you to pay it forward by contributing to a scholarship for the students who follow you. And so today is a day of celebration. Congratulations. Now I am privileged to welcome our distinguished speaker, Mr. Kirk King. Mr. King is a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Professionals and serves as Executive Vice President and Operations Leader for Texas Health Resources System. Mr. King directs Texas Health's operational and clinical initiatives in the Southwest area. An industry veteran with decades of healthcare leadership experience, Mr. King previously served as president of the 400-bed Texas Health Arlington Memorial Hospital, which includes the 48-bed Texas Health Heart and Vascular Hospital. Under his leadership at Texas Health Arlington Memorial, the hospital received notable accreditation and awards, including the first accredited Cycle 3 chest pain center in Texas, and the National Doyle Award for Innovation and Leadership in Healthcare, and one the nurses particularly appreciate, magnet recognition. He also led Arlington Memorial's completion of a 200,000 square foot Vandergrift surgical tower and expanded the emergency department to double its previous capacity. He led development of the Texas Heart, Health, and Vascular Hospital, a joint venture physician-owned cardiovascular specialty hospital that opened in 2010 in Arlington. Mr. King serves on the Texas Health Resources System Policy Committee and chairs the Texas Health Innovative Technology Solutions Council. He served as executive champion for the development of the Texas Health brand promise, Individuals Caring for Individuals, Together, and is a founding member of the Texas Health Diversity Action Committee. Mr. King served on the Board of Trustees of the Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council from 2005 to 2010, and as its board chairman in 2009. He is a past president of the North Texas HCHE. He is involved in leadership positions in many charitable organizations and in the community, including the Tarrant County Heart Association and the Arlington Chamber of Commerce. It's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Kurt King.
Well, good evening. All right. One thing you'll find out about me is I'm very proud of the company that I work for, Texas Health Resources. And I have to ask this question. Raise your hand if you're going to be working for a Texas Health Resources hospital. Fantastic. All right, great. Hopefully you'll stick with your decision even after my speech. So again, congratulations. So thank you, President Kabari and Dean Bevere, for inviting me, and it is truly an honor to be a part of today's commencement proceedings. And to the class of 2015, congratulations. Give yourself a big round of applause. It's great. Yeah. A couple of months ago, when Dr. Bevere graciously asked me to be your commencement speaker, I took my call to duty very serious. I decided to prepare my speech with the same intensity as many of you would for a term paper. So late last night, I began writing. When I was sitting where you are today over 30 years ago, my sense of accomplishment was overshadowed by self-doubt and uncertainty. And I regret that. Finding true satisfaction over the reward for the time and energy I put into getting my degree. Recognizing the sacrifices my parents made to pay for my degree, and feeling the camaraderie gained from my friends and fellow students was lost simply because I worry too much. Worry is my core sin and something I have to confront on a routine basis. And one thing I ask of you tonight is cast your worries aside. This great institution is giving you the educational foundation to effectively hone your skills in the professional world. You are entering into one of the most innovative and dynamic cycles of healthcare that we have seen in over 60 years. And the goal I have for us, and all of us, and it will take a lot of time and a great deal of patience to reach this goal, is to achieve a decent level of career success, but more importantly, aspire to develop a sincere inner virtue built slowly and surely upon your moral and spiritual accomplishments. And I'd like to share with you some observations and some experiences that will allow you to attain what I believe is a lofty but meaningful goal. I was honored to be asked by President Kabari to be a part of the selection committee for the Dean of College of Nursing and Health Innovation. And yes, Dr. Bevere, you were my choice. During those interviews, I met some extremely talented individuals. In fact, when I accounted for their educational background, professional growth, experience, and even their interview skills, they were all, for the most part, what I considered clearly qualified to serve. However, during my interview with Dr. Bevere, I asked her, how do you think you'll be received by your peers and those whom you will lead? And she gave me an entirely different answer than the others. She answered, I'm not quite sure they will be ready for someone like me. It was a great answer, and clearly differentiated herself from the others. Her confidence and her self-assurance made her stand out. And confidence with a high dose of self-awareness and knowledge is key to your career success. Throughout my career, I've experienced rejection, failure, and even the horrible boss. I've had my struggles with maintaining my self-esteem and my ambition. But what helped me along the way was continuous learning, self-evaluation, and last but not least, mentorship. This led to an important self-discovery that humility and self-doubt are not a great recipe for success. Additionally, I had to learn to take risks, experience setbacks, and reflect on the things that I had control over and could improve upon to better my performance. My confidence was built a step at a time, and I was fortunate in my career to be placed in situations that challenged my abilities but were manageable. A particular help to me was having a mentor. I cannot stress to you how invaluable a mentor-mentee relationship is, and would encourage you to develop such a relationship as soon as possible. Having someone not only to listen to your own experiences, but to share their own is immense help in your development. And then hopefully one day, you can lean forward in your chair and state with a high degree of confidence that they may, and you need to emphasize may, or I emphasize may, so you don't insult anyone or sound too arrogant, that they may not be ready for someone like you. Another recent experience I had was interviewing graduate students for administrative residency slots. Again, I was extremely impressed with all of the candidates, but I noticed in a few interviews I would deviate from my standard questions and I'd end up in an engaging conversation with the candidate. About halfway through, I began to wonder what those candidates were doing to capture my attention. And I decided it was enthusiasm. Their excitement reflected passion and opened the door for meaningful conversation. I found myself debating with them, answering provocative questions, and having a memorable experience, which is very important when you have only 30 minutes to sell yourself. In fact, the day was equivalent to speed dating. Enthusiasm is best described in a passage from the novel The Alchemist. The author writes, "There is a language in the world that everyone understood. It was the language of enthusiasm, of things accomplished with love and purpose, and as part of a search for something believed in and desired." I totally agree with the author Paulo Coelho that enthusiasm is universally understood and contagious. However, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of consistency to be effective. It took me several years and several jobs for me to discover the importance of job satisfaction versus job reward. Choosing a quality employer contributes highly to having a quality job. A group of Harvard mathematicians who created OkCupid, a hugely popular global dating website, revealed just 3 simple questions that could help determine whether a couple has the potential to last the distance. They are, do you like horror movies? Have you ever traveled around another country alone? And wouldn't it be fun to chuck it all and go live on a sailboat? 3 questions. So according to OkCupid, if you find someone that answers all 3 of the questions the same way you do, the 2 of you are a perfect match. So don't we all wish that it could be that easy, particularly in choosing who we work for? Finding not only the right employer, but more importantly, the right job situation is crucial to your success. What differentiates companies, and I found this, is their culture. Early in my career, I set out to find a company where I would be a fit. I found that at Texas Health Resources, my moral and ethical compass was aligned, and there was a healthy appreciation for valuing relationships as well as delivering results. To find the right fit for me, it took time, and again, I definitely took some risk. I learned from my experiences and placed choosing well over money and job advancement to find the right employer. So, you follow my advice. You're confident, you're enthusiastic, and have chosen well to arrive at a decent level of career success. You're content with the notion of what wonderful work you're doing, what a great job you have. You're a provider, a contributor, and living the American dream. And friends, it's not a bad gig. So, well, I had to learn, and what my educational background and work experience allowed me to be crystal clear on building my career. But I had to be diligent in my intent to build inner character. I desired to achieve a generosity of spirit and a depth of character that would allow me to avoid being self-centered. I realized that I cared immensely about the virtues of kindness, faithfulness, trust, and I'm capable of deep love. And my ultimate goal is to become someone who radiates inner light. Quite frankly, I'm not there yet, but I've been fortunate to have encountered people who are. So let's talk about some transformational ways to develop a sincere inner virtue. Many of the people I've admired are profoundly honest about their own weaknesses. Earlier, I acknowledged that worry is my core sin. What you need to do is to identify your own core sin and examine how that weakness affects your ability to engage others in a positive way. What I'm describing is a humility shift, that achieving profound humility resulting from an intense introspective study of self-awareness. Confronting and rehabilitating your core sin will lead to building deep character. Inner virtue cannot be mastered alone. We all need redemptive assistance from others. I've told you about the importance of having a mentor, but to achieve inner virtue, you must embed yourself into a web of unconditional love. Today's audience is filled with such people. Yeah, early on, again, I was given some sound advice, which was to develop a network of professionals that could help me in the future, particularly if it came to finding a new job. It was a valuable piece of advice that I followed closely to advance my career. But fortunately, I recognized I needed another network, one where I could establish deep connections with others who had propped me up during challenging times and constantly pushed me toward the greater good. We are all kidding ourselves if we think we can overcome the obstacles on the road to building character by depending on individual will. The final piece of advice toward discovering your inner virtue may come easy to many of you because of the profession you have chosen to pursue. Working in the healthcare field and caring for others can be an awakening experience and will turn your career into a calling. I have the honor and privilege of working with physicians and nurses and other caregivers who unselfishly contribute a vast amount of time and energy to God's healing ministry. They not only made a difference in the lives of others, but in their own lives as well. Look to those organizations who truly live their mission, who follow their values, and commit to servant leadership. If there is a true commitment, then you will find yourself in a work environment that allows you to treat your job as a vocation. So I continue to work on becoming a person who radiates an inner light, being someone who gets out of their way to share the goodness and make others feel valued. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not quite there yet, but I can recognize people who are, and I'd like to close with an example. One day, while rounding at Texas Health Arlington Memorial, I visited a patient on our hospice unit. He was a do not resuscitate patient, and clearly his days on this earth were numbered. I walked in and I introduced myself as President King. And he quipped, "Which one are you, president or king?" Well, this caught me a little off guard, as I expected our conversation to be a little more cursory in nature, given the circumstances. He immediately engaged in a deep conversation with me. I noticed that when we shook hands, his grip was strong and he never lost eye contact. He clearly understood his situation and acknowledged that his own death was near. He made me feel that our time together was important to me. He explained that he spent his career as a Navy chaplain, but for the most part, he focused the conversation on me. And as I was leaving, he gave me some advice. He said, "Be a sinner and sin boldly." I was taken aback. I asked him the meaning of what he had just said, and he replied, "You figure it out." So I embarked on finding the answer to his unusual advice with the same intensity as many of you would in solving a problem. I Googled it. So I found that the origin of the phrase was from the Christian reformer Martin Luther, and that was incomplete. The complete phrase is, "Be a sinner and sin boldly, but believe and rejoice in Christ even more boldly." Now, I'll refrain from spending the next 30 minutes of our valuable time together explaining to you the theological and philosophical message behind Luther's statement. And I trust you see my point. On his deathbed, the chaplain was unselfishly radiating his inner light in a thoughtful and creative manner to a stranger. My relatively short visit with him had a memorable and profound impact on me. So I'll leave you with an Irish saying: live the life you love and love the life you live. Thank you, and God bless you in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. King, for your inspiring words. A lot of things to think about. But right now, we're going to award degrees. So to give you a little orientation, please notice that many candidates will have cords, stoles, and medallions to recognize their accomplishments and achievements. Some you will notice include a double gold cord indicating cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. Our honor students wear a golden orange stole and an insignia medallion. Others will wear a purple and white cord indicating their membership in Sigma Theta Tau. It's our pleasure this evening, to recognize the candidates receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Dr. Jennifer Gray, Associate Dean and Chair of Graduate Programs, will present these candidates.
Thank you. At this time, we will recognize all the candidates for the PhD degree. Candidates, please rise and come forward. I am pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will meet all requirements for their degree as specified by their graduate studies committees and the Graduate Assembly.
Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing degrees, Deborah A. Hurd. Penny S. Huddleston. Sharon T. Johnson.
At this time, we will recognize all the candidates for the Doctor of Nursing Practice degrees. Candidates, please rise and come forward. I'm pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing the current semester of work, they will meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by their graduate studies committees and the graduate assembly.
Doctor of Nursing Practice degrees. Linda J. Betts. Betty Brown Trask. Sandra Ann Laird. Saeed Niati.
Please join me in congratulating our newest nursing PhDs and DNPs. Will the kinesiology department's master's degree students now please rise and come forward? I'm pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing their current semesters of academic work, will meet all of the requirements for their degree as specified by their graduate studies committees and the graduate assembly.
Master of Science in Exercise Science degrees. Melvin A. Ibana. Amber Joy Kennebrew. Raquel Alexis Kilgore. Nkechi Ogechi Ofor. Brian J. Prajin. Master of Science in Athletic Training degrees. Mackenzie Budrum. Catherine Elizabeth Clark. Cody Shane Hicks. Yu Lun Huang. Kyle W. Kratzenberg. Christopher David McNeely. Maya A. Seals. John Tinsley Updegraff.
Will the nursing master's degree candidates now please rise and come forward? I am pleased to recognize that these individuals, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will have met all the requirements of their degrees as specified by their graduate studies committees and the graduate assembly.
Master of Science in Nursing Administration. Shemaya Bell Caesar. Erica Salas Davila. Future Linnell Johns. Jamie K. Loomis. Robert Martin Lucanis. Beth Amy Nicholson. Jane Elizabeth Norris. Holly Annette Nuns. Corinna Farai Nyawera. Marcia Sue Thomas. Heidi Elizabeth Thompson. Carolyn Mora Tomlinson. Becky Ann Tompkins. Ashley Elaine Underwood. Master of Science in Nursing Education, Julie Hawkins Artega. Christy Ham. Laura Ann Hickson. Mary Alyssa Kohler. Daisha W. Lehman. Yuande Ross. Charles R. Tucker. Stacy Lee Winchester. Master of Science as Nurse Practitioners, Sarah T. Bright-Kreitz. Sperry Danielle Benicker. Lorena Cavazos.
Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees please rise? These candidates, by satisfactorily completing their current semester of academic work, will meet all the requirements for their degrees as specified by the department, faculty, and the undergraduate assembly. I am pleased to recognize that they are completing the degree for which they have been certified. Congratulations to you all, and be seated. Dr. Keller will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Department of Kinesiology, followed by Dr. Mancini presenting the candidates for bachelor's degrees in nursing.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in kinesiology department please come forward and be recognized?
Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology degrees, Chelsea Diane Bruce. Carlos Gerardo Castaneda. Susie Kim Chung. Ravan Fatal. Rachel Forshaw. Gabriel Joseph Goodman. Gage Allen Harlan. Lace Caribel Herrera. Christina Knight. Ajeo Morales. Alex A. Quinones. Next will be Bachelors of Science in Athletic Training degrees. Amy K. Billingsley. Janae Booty. Erendiro Cruz. Kylie R. Rodriguez. Bradley James McKinney. Victoria Morris. Jose Gabriel Pena. Jesus Ramirez. Annalise B. Roberto. Jessica R. Waldrop. Kanisha Anasa Wolford. Sierra L. Young. Bachelors of Science in Exercise Science degrees. Lawrence Adnisian. Nasreen Akhtar. Melissa Albino Jimenez. Kirsten A. Andrew. Hadil A. Akel. Andrew S. Ballard, Chelsea Taylor Ballou, Sparky L. Barty, Brittany N. Bennett, Harold Brown, Savannah Lee Burks, Jennifer Bustamante, Jacqueline Rose Carrasco, Talea L. Clanton, Amanda C. Dover, Osayuki A. Eguvion, Jessica Jean Falkenberry, Ivory Onisha Ford, Joshua McLean Gabby, Sian E. Gunn, Martha C. Gonzalez, Jessica M. Gregory, Sydney Hampton, Trisha Ann Hucker, Tiffany Horn, Jonathan W. Hutton, Ahmad Istiake, Cedric N. Langston, Miranda M. Lee, Nina Michelle Lewis, Martina Mappa, Morgan Michelle Melton, Astrid B. Mendez, Shabri Raquel Mitchell, Courtney Ann Muchler, Yen Huang Nguyen, Adefemi Oluwabiemika Odeyemi, Christine O. Ogbonna, James Michael Powell, Emily Puckett, Beatriz Ramos, Yuri Marlene Rivera, Brianna M. Santana, Aula Shabanch, Misa Shabaneh Suleiman, Sanjay Shrestha, Jordan Adepitan Silver, Brittany Jo Staley, Lauren Sutton, Juan Jose Tello, Julie Trem, Before K. Twamasi, Alexander K. Underwood, Alexandra K. Underwood, Ryan A. Vaz, Haley A. Venable, Krista Lorraine Watson, Taylin Watson, Mary Catherine Wilson, Christopher C. Woolen,
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in nursing please stand and come forward and be recognized?
Adaku Charity Abakwe, Lucy Abbott, Chala M. Acosta. Andrew Atiso Adorbo. Francis Akoje. Tatiana Alawadat. Enas Al-Kasab. Lanika A. Allen. Charlotte Anderson. Valerie Andrews. Priscilla Canabal Arguez. Teresa Armandares. Kendra Lee Arnett. Gabrielle Aja Artenson. Mackenzie L. Etten. Camellia Diane Austin. Delise Bailey. Chanel Brittany Stephanie Baker. Yvette Christine Barnes. Emily Ann Barnett. Anna M. Barrett. Isata Barry. Language Westford Barrow. Trina Isabel Bautista Bascancillo. Sasha Baxter. Melody Annette Belair. Sarah Ben Barca. Deanna Renee Bennett. Letitia Ann Bennett. Emily A. Benson. Habiba Faisal Bombal. Chad Ellen Bingham. Neha Bichette. Agnes Najije Bisong May. Rebecca C. Blackwood. Amanda June Blair. Leonora Leigh Mohanan. Griselda Bolden. Cindy Bonnet Durant. Rebecca Ann Booker. Victoria Oyorki Borkor. Janae Kaylee Bomer. Jennifer A. Box. Casey Lee Boyd. Janice Danielle Bravo. Brittany V. Brewer. Taylor Lee Broski. Natasha Dawn Brown. Della Denise Brown. Rebecca A. Burkhart. Amber Burks. Brittany Taylor Burns. Rashandra Calderon. Tamika Dinesha Caldwell. Antoinette Nisha Calhoun. Lee Perron Cantos. Alejandra Cardenas Ole. Kendra Brooke Carey. Charmaine Lascano Carrido. Nancy Carson. Crystal Maureen Carter. Groovy W. Cartwright. Jamie Jo Casey. Shelby Nicole Casey. Veronica Cavazos. Kaylee Kaylor. Christine Setut. Kiara R. Chavez. Elvina Delicia Chetty. Benjamin Chung. Emily Choga. Erin C. Claiborne. Sarah Ann Clarkson. Anna Jean Clay. Jeffrey Michael Clemens. Rachel L. Collette. Karen Colunga. Melanie Nicole Cornett. Crystal Rochelle Connor. Tammy Renee Kopic. Crystal J. Craig. Alexandra Lee Craker. Catherine Ann Dockerton. Maxine Natasha Dendrade. Jeremy Tien Dao. Patrice Danielle Datcher. Takoya Yvonne Davis. Nelda Sue Davis. Maria Eugenia de la Cruz. Melissa M. De Leon. Megan Lee Decker. Rebecca Ellen Dessler. Suzanne Suzette De Leon. Vanessa Ann De Leon. Dana Ray Dennison. Kelly Ann Diefendorfer. Sarah Dietz. Oliver Bertrand Jamesi. Lindsay Leigh Doscoso. Carol Dunn. Melissa Dunlap Bright. Jose Luis Duran. Samantha Melinda Ely. Ryan Fletcher Edmondson. Rekiki Herenberg. Erin M. Ellis. Courtly Lynn Ellis. Jamila Zuberi Elvejoe. Gloria Neca Enenmo. Amelia Margarita Estrada. Gigi Teresa Evangelista Givens. Folukemi Helen Fagbohun. Helen Fakule. Jody Lee Fitzgerald. Jasa Renee Flanagan. Cornelia Sybil Forcier. Rebecca Lauren Foster. Diane Franco. Angela Karen Fritz. Terry Lee Finesti. Jennifer Lynn Furlano. Eunice Wanjugo Gakomo. Raquel H. Gayton. Juana Maria Galindo Paz. David Carl Galloway. Kaylee Deborah Garber. Margaret Yvonne Garcia. Amy Marie Gardner. Shamel Latrice Gatewood. Heather Gaynor. Sangeeta George. Claudette Jean Gibbs. Juliet W. Gicheru Chege. Kaylee A. Gilbert. Kristen Ann Golke. Christopher F. Gossett. Victoria Elaine Gonzalez. Adriana Marisol Gonzalez. Abby Graves. Jennifer E. Gross. Melissa Leanne Gitron. Andrea Guterres de Velasco. Dawn Raquel Hall. Zandra Marie Hall Chung. Dana Hamdan. Angela Lee Haney. Leanne Michelle Harper. Mindy K. Harris. Nicole Leticia Harris. Martha Page Hartz. Lainey M. Harvick. Trinae Stallings Hawkins. Tina Lynette Heckler. Mara Elizabeth Hedgecock. Randall Aaron Henley. Yolanda Hernandez. Rebecca C. Hernandez. Michelle Lynn Hicks. Erin Elizabeth Hills. Tian Huang. Kimberly Dawn Hoffman. Julia Nicole Horvath. Alatricia Renee Hoskins. Geneva Paul Hoskins Dorsey. Brittany Christine Howard. Nicole Lynn Howerton. Giovanni Huante. Lawrence A. Idigbe. Jennifer N. Ingmalis. Celine Ioke. James Lee Jackson. Trishana Marie Jackson. Martha Anita Jimenez. Hannah L. Joens. Heather Johnson. Nakisha Leanne Johnson. Paulette Johnson. Janae Jones. Joyce M. Joseph. Brittany Yvette Joyner Bird. Carla Grisel Juarez. Jose Paulo Carlos Hugo. Ruth Olivia Kabajumba. Shakirat Sumbo Kadiri. Kristen M. Khan. Barry Kari Fonge. Adira Jo Key. Michelle Lee Kelly. Deborah Jean Kennedy Browning. Tony Kilgo. Sarah Ann King. Susan Nyamburo Kinyan Jui. Kristen L. Kittle. Stephanie Elaine Klaus. Chrysalyn J. Kucklock. Crystal Kwok. Nancy D. Legumin. Adriana Jaya Lal. Dana R. Landers. Alexandra K. Lawless. Jasmine Lizette Lax. Colette Lekmanek. Kai Sin Lee. Samantha Win Yun Lee. Brittany Renee Lilly. Kelly Renee Lira. Jessica Denise Lamas. Taimi Tran Lopez. April Marie Lopez. Nadia I. Lopez. Tiny. Samantha Laredo. Lori Ann Lottie. Ann Kimberly Longfo. Rachel Lee Lockmiller. Christina Oblanca Lubguban. Lori Jo Lynn. Tabitha W. Maina. Alan A. Makilan. Andrea C. Mandry. Agnes Wangui Manieki. Annie Marcella. Maria Elena Martinez. Alicia Martinez. Sarah Matthew. Charles O. Matonda. Stephanie Mubuna Nakonga. Christopher Scott McFarland, Angela Nicole McGaskey, Martha McConan, Lacey Melms, Graciela Mendoza, Rianda Antoinette Mester, Miranda Michelle Metheny, Joyce Miller, Rachel Rose Miller, Dawn Michelle Mitchell, Elisa Ann Montez, Maria Moreno, Robin M. Mosley, Megan Mostella, Stella Marissa Mulholland, Priscilla Manguia, Elizabeth Shamiso Musvosvi, Alicia Sue Myers, Laura S. Nasaralla, Mark No, Antu Win, Linda Win, Lin Fong Win, Quat Win, Kinwat Di Win, Ophelia Agyemang Nikitia, Tony Chris Naka, Cherry Normani, Philomena Ikweka Nwakwola, Christine Shinyeri Nikweke, Christy Ekele Nikweke, Olivia Obazuhaum Win, Helen Shinyeri Ogwo Orji, Monty Ofiz, Joanne Elaine Onstadt, Olaoti Olajide Opale, Esmeralda Ordonez, Alexander E. Oriana,
We appreciate the enormous enthusiasm each member of the audience has tonight. The students and the other family members are now having difficulty hearing their students and their graduates' name. So keep it down, please, a little bit, and at the end, I promise you, we'll roar, we'll raise the roof. Thank you.
Nancy Orlenas Cavillo, Crystal Ortega, Ina Osmanovic, Jennifer Osorio, Jeremiah Osuma, Susan Marie Orteson, Jennifer Chimnoso Oyetunji, Fatima Betsabeth Padron, Heather L. Parker, Pauline Pawlikowski, Brittany D. Pete, Judy Penado, Kimberly Ann Perkins, Jamie Nicole Perry, Chambega Christopher Peter, Ashley Michelle Peterson, Megan Elise Peterson, Stephen Tai Pham, Wayne Elliott Plummer Jr., Andrea Renee Porter, Donna Janelle Price, Rebecca Quareles, Jasmine Qureshi, Armand Radfar, Sakila Rai, Veronica Ramirez, Nicole Ram, Michelle P. Rasput, Aaron Joseph Wrench, Martina Rayer, Monica Lynn Reza, Allison Paige Roten, Natalie Antoinette Richards, Laura Jane Richter, Megan Elizabeth Rimley, Amber Lynn Robbins, Elizabeth Ann Roberts, Helen Louise Robinson, Vanessa Marie Robledo, Lori Hahn Rodkey, Karen Melissa Rodriguez, Maria de la Paz Romero, Yesenia Romero, Ronisha Carol Rose, Megan Nokael Rosenbaum, Cassandra Ross, Martha A. Ruiz, Nidia Muriel Salinas, Maria Reina Salmon, Esperanza Sandoval, Laura A. Scarborough, Amy Clarice Shafroth, Julie N. Shield, Kara Cherise Shuley, Mika Lee Schrock, Emily Bernice Scott, Alyssa Ashley Seaman, Jacqueline Shedd, Sumena Shrestha, Corette Renee Sigler, Melissa Joy Silva, Harjeet Singh, Amy Nicole Skipper, Adam Morgan Smith, Leslie R. Smith, Stephanie Lynn Snyder, Rocky Sumikara, Katie Z. Stephan, Denise Andrea Stewart, Angela Storm, Vanessa Mukasolu Iketabu, Mary W. Munderu, Daniel Ginualdi, Guakang Luo, Jennifer Storto, Karen Yaskuta Stratford, Rochelle Lynette Sylvester, Pearl April Tallman, Crystal Tamboon, Melanie Tatuta, Devon Rochelle Tias, Deidre LaShawn Thomas, Effie Thomas, Jessica D. Thompson, Shane S. Thompson, Wesley D. Thomason, Linda Thun, Sylvia Torres, Cam Hui Tran, Tai Pi Tran, Tran Q Tran, Alexis M. Tucker, Carol Lynn Urick, Tracy D. Uliberry, Jennifer Marie Van der Hoof, Lorena M. Vanagan, Milton Vasquez, Amanda Diane Vasquez, Whitney Yisi, Erica M. Ventura, Cynthia Vernon Lance, Norma Viesca, Alexa Meg Vincent, Annie T. Wu, Nicholas James Wagner, Hadija Wegstaff, Rose Nyambura Wakibia, Stacy L. Walker, Destiny M. Walls, Lillian Wangondu, Bruce Craig Watson, Carlene K. Watson, Kristen Helena Waymeyer, Allison Megan Wells, Kyra Emily Westerman, Christina Westgate, Ariani White, Jordan Bradley Williams, Andrea Nicole Williams, Ashley D. Wilson, Evelyn Michelle Winger, Emily Suzanne Witt, Sherry Joyce Woodruff, Phyllis Ray, Janaya Shunta Woods, Alexandra Wright, Carrie Ann Wright, Corey Lane Yetherman,
Raise the roof. Congratulations. I'm giving the end of the alphabet just a moment to get back to their chairs. What a day. It's a super day. While this day and this ceremony focuses on the graduates, we want to be sure to recognize the tremendous support these students have received from their loved ones, those who provide emotional, intellectual, and even financial support to enable them to reach this point. So graduates, please stand and join me in recognizing those not wearing caps and gowns, parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, and friends who have sustained you on your journey.
Graduates, upon completion of your degrees, UT Arlington is now your alma mater. At this time, would everyone please stand for the singing of the alma mater, the words of which are printed on your program.
And
Guests, you may be seated. Graduates, please remain standing. We are gathered here to share in the celebration of a transition in the lives of our students, the crossing of a symbolic threshold from students to learned members and leaders of society. You are about to become alumni of this great institution. This year, almost 10,000 students will earn their degrees from the University of Texas at Arlington. This means that you will now be one of over 200,000 alumni, and all of you will have a tremendous impact on our community and influence over the future of this great state. You, our graduating students, represent our very best, and we expect that each of you will change the world for the better. Each of you has touched us in so many ways. We will miss you, yet we are happy that you are moving on to another chapter of your lives. On your shoulders now rests the responsibility for furthering the reputation of the University of Texas at Arlington by what you do and what you achieve from this day forth. And as you get ready to leave these hallowed halls, we ask that you stay connected and engaged with your alma mater. Come and visit us often. There are no more tests, no more labs, no more clinicals. Talk about your university affiliation with pride. Play a role as proud alumni in furthering our continuing drive for higher levels of excellence, and celebrate your university's accomplishments just as we celebrate yours. We are now at the moment that you've been waiting for all these years, the celebration of your success and the achievement of a tremendous milestone. By virtue of the authority vested by law in the Board of Regents of the University of Texas System and delegated to the University of Texas at Arlington, I hereby confer upon each of you the respective academic degrees for which you have been recommended, with all rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Honored guests and members of the faculty, please join me in congratulating our graduates and the newest alumni of the University of Texas at Arlington.
Now, graduates, please remain standing while I invite you to participate in two important commencement traditions and one new one we practiced with the president in the hall before you came in here. The first is for those graduates who received an official UT Arlington Maverick ring. You may now turn your ring outward so UT Arlington faces outward, and this symbolizes that you have earned your UT Arlington diploma and are now ready to face the world. From this day forward, all who you encounter will recognize you as a graduate of the University of Texas at Arlington. Congratulations. Now, second, graduates who have earned master's and doctoral degrees, you changed your tassel from the right side to the left when you received your bachelor degree, and it's remained that way from that day forward. Now, bachelor graduates, you may now switch your tassels to the left side to signify you've completed your undergraduate studies. And now, after due practice in Gym B, on behalf of Dr. Kabari, I would like to ask the bachelor's degree students to please give us a wave. Woo! Excellent. Was that satisfactory, Dr. Kabari? All right. So I'd like to congratulate all of our graduates again for your accomplishments and wish you continued success as you begin the next chapter of your life.
As our ceremony concludes, the graduates will follow behind the faculty using the center aisle to exit the arena. Graduates, please stay in line until you reach the outside exit on Moritz Plaza. Guests, please remain seated until the graduates have exited the arena. You may exit to the north, northeast, or northwest doors and meet your graduates outside on Moritz Plaza, where a tent will provide you a safe location to find your graduates and begin your celebrations. Thank you for your cooperation. And again, congratulations. These proceedings are concluded.